I'm tired of these guests in the culture disrespecting black people.
You're a fucking monkey. You're a fucking black monkey.
Yeah, no, I black women. I think all black women are ugly.
Rory from Rory and Maul, formerly the Joe Budden podcast, just got exposed for racist, anti-black tweets disrespecting black women.
The tweets that are resurfacing can be hurtful, and I think you being the
Hurtful
person
to
that
who,
you
though?
are. Sorry?
Hurtful to who? Who's hurt by those tweets?
Black women.
And instead of Rory, a white man, and a guest in the culture, taking accountability, showing remorse, or even giving a basic apology, he decided not to give a single fuck. Hopped on Twitter Spaces, acting smug, cracking jokes, being sarcastic, and basically acting like he was above it all.
I think all black women are
I can't wait to put that while I was
ugly and disgusting. I only think white is the only pure beauty. As
That's
you know,
crazy.
as I tell you guys all the time, how much I love white women.
I don't know if you can really troll your way out of this one, man.
who tried to
Right.
get that point across to you.
And then you got Mole coming into the space like a super saver coon, pretending like it's no big deal, acting like Rory doesn't have anything to apologize for, and gaslighting black people to believe that we were tripping about nothing.
We gotta get past this. Like being offended is a choice. People need to understand that. Being offended is absolutely a choice. If you offended by something, you chose to be offended by that.
But people were not having it.
Answer that.
Everything you said about me, we should go.
Why were you hiding them tweets? Why were you hiding your tweets?
Hide what tweet?
I know you ain't in for no shit.
Cause you got some weird tweets that we can bring up too. Right, who is that? Yeah. You got locked.
That.
Right. See y'all clowns get off the space.
You know you got
Clowns.
Because here's the truth. Rory, just like Ray, who I talked about a few days ago, is a guest in black culture. And for these people to be guests and be allowed in the way they have been, black people have asked very little of them. But there still should be ground rules that these people abide by. Don't say the N-word, ever. Don't push, promote, or joke about negative stereotypes about black people. And don't say anything racist and disrespectful, especially about black women. If them, as guests in the culture, can't do that, if they can't respect black people, protect black women, and be grateful and humble for the positions that they're in, then they can get out of the culture. Rory can go talk about pop music and see how far he'll go talking bad about Taylor Swift. But as bad as Rory is, the black people around him are just as bad.
Nobody was hurt. Nobody's children didn't eat last night as a result of tweets that you tweeted, fake tweets 12 years ago. So it's not that serious.
The same way that AMP has enabled Ray to be racist, Rory's circle enabled him too to be entitled and disrespectful. In this instance, instead of checking him, telling him he was wrong, demanding accountability, and just holding him to some type of standard as black people around him, they instead jumped out there defending him. They made excuses and then they acted like everyone else was the problem.
But there's nothing that you can say to change these people's mind because they don't know you. And on top of that, they don't like you because they think you don't like Kendrick. So they're not going to like you.
But I'm Jew. Welcome to the channel. Please like and share the video. Don't forget to sub. Now, let's get into it. Son, there are way worse baby names than Blue Ivy. And Rory retweeted, like the hood rat named Beyonce, way too comfortable with black people to even be using the term hood rat. Crazy. And then retweeting, if she never blew up and you met a chick in the club named Beyonce, bet money she have a blue weave in. What gives you the right to even think you can come out of your neck calling black women hood rats? If this was a tweet or a retweet from a racist ass MAGA person, I would believe it. This shit is crazy. Retweeting, I've never saw a good looking black woman. Go talk about white women. This is black obsession. I don't care what school you went to, what black friends you have, or what fraternity you join. You have no right to talk about black women's looks, ever. Your fixing her makeup in my rims N-word. This is actually a lyric from Kendrick Lamar on Dom Kennedy's song We Ball. He could have still put up that lyric and left out the N-word. Like, why even include it? You could have said the exact same thing, just leaving out the N-word. But the fact that this dude feels so comfortable and entitled to black culture is the problem. Retweet, Lauren London pregnant by Nipsey Hussle, and this goofball couldn't think of anything else to say, but maybe her kids can end gang violence. You just want to say something stereotypical about black people? Y'all all love black women. Nah. Why? Why even comment on it then? Mind your business, because they clearly weren't talking to you. Do your black ass mother and grandmother know you don't like black women? No. Again, you're inserting yourself in black people's conversations just to be negative and disrespectful. Shut the fuck up if it doesn't pertain to you. So now I suppose I have to be like a black girl and celebrate my birthday for a whole month. Talk about white people. Talk about white girls. Talk about white culture. Talk about the white culture you're from. These white people be so obsessed with black people, talk negative about black people, but then want to be accepted by black people. Go deal with your own people if you don't fuck with us, which you clearly don't. Which all led to a Twitter space about his tweets, which he ended up joining.
Do you have anything you want to say to that? Do you think it's I'm trying to get the right words here, because for one,
What-
I mean, okay.
What would be the right words?
My bad. I'm sorry. I f***ed up. I don't feel like that about black people. They were bad jokes, which I'm fully accountable for. I realize I'm a guest in this culture. I would never want to offend anybody. How about that, Rory?
I bet you mean she's
I
trying.
guess being apologetic for
I have no idea what that tweet is about or what joke was going on Twitter. I may have been retweeting that in the sense of during that time when everyone was killing dark-skinned women on Twitter, and I was the only one defending them during the wild, wild west of Twitter.
What type of white savior bullshit is he trying to push? I don't care about the timeline or when it happened. The fact that he's retweeting and tweeting racist shit about black people, about black women, you're dead wrong. That's like white people that's super racist in Call of Duty get called out for and be like, oh, that was just a culture back then. How about you just don't be racist? Period. No matter what the culture is around you. If you don't feel like that about black people, that wouldn't come out of your mouth or you wouldn't tweet it. And the fact that he's come on this Twitter space being so fucking smug is ridiculous.
Which he was around for, Rocky, which all these people in probably in this spaces have no idea what that time was like. When I was the only one defending dark-skinned women at the time, I may have retweeted that as a joke because we were all going back and forth of like, this is insane that somebody would even think like, I don't know. Man, I'm just thinking in my own mind of because I know what I know what time it is. Like this, everybody that knows me on Earth, I know. Put your thumbs down. Put everything. I'm fine with that.
I hate when people say that. Anybody that knows me, nobody knows you. This is the internet. What are you talking about? Speak for yourself in this moment, right now. Be apologetic and accountable, and stop making excuses.
Everybody that knows me knows. Come on, like this. Crazy.
A whole space throwing their thumbs down. This crazy.
If I apologize for something that I did not even say or mean whatsoever.
What type of backhanded, disingenuous apology is that? I apologize for something I did not say or do, but I retweeted. Just apologize for offending the black community and two black women specifically. How hard is that?
That would be disingenuous. Like, I'm not about to apologize for a tweet saying I find black women unattractive. Everyone on Earth knows, the people that know me know exactly the complete opposite.
You should 100% apologize for that. You're in black culture. You talk about rap. You're around black people. Black women watch you. The entitlement.
Rory, at least no more Eve jokes.
I'm not about to apologize for that. No, I'm not apologizing for
me. That wasn't even somebody tweeted that. I said that the wrong way. That was when you used to fake a RT that somebody said something like so that they could get canceled. You made a fake RT so that the person that you RT'd would get in trouble for like it's hard to explain if you weren't on Twitter back then, but when you used to put RT and then like say somebody said something and they never said.
So instead of
that's what you were doing. Rory was trying to get the person that he said that to. But at the end of the day, don't waste your time explaining that, because if people weren't around when all of that was happening, they just really won't understand. Like they just won't understand it.
Whether he retweeted somebody else saying something racist and then he said something racist behind it, or he faked the tweet saying something racist and offensive to black people. Either way, it came from his Twitter. What difference does it make? And her trying to shoot him bail is part of the problem. The black people that defend the guests and the culture vultures, is part of the problem.
I don't think that was a fake RT, Damaris. I think that before you had the repost button, you would tweet out RT and your
yes, I understand.
No, but you can also fake the RT and put it as somebody else's at and say that they said this.
It doesn't matter. What matters is this is something he tweeted out. Whether it was a fake RT or not, it came from his Twitter, and he needs to be accountable and apologetic for it.
Real. That's why people are outraged. Like, you need to address the tweets.
Right.
It will become a real conversation.
I came in here to crack jokes, but
I thought
that's
jokes. I didn't know people.
It's not. Apparently, it's not the top.
Why would you, as a white man, come into a Twitter space to crack jokes when people are talking about racist tweets that you put up about black women? Why would you feel comfortable or entitled enough to even do that, and then to say that out of your mouth?
I didn't know people was really offended by it.
I want to take my jokes back.
I would be
I wanted to joke, but
no more weird jokes.
I would be a full hypocrite if I didn't speak to some form of seriousness in these tweets. when it comes to Rory?
Yeah, nah, I thought y'all was in here cracking jokes, man. I didn't know this was a serious space.
I came in here to joke too.
Yeah, I'm just here to joke, man. I ain't here.
Coon Mole right here is just gonna back him up the whole way and act like everybody else is tripping. And that's the other problem. The black people that surround these guests in our culture, that defend them, that offer them cover, that shoot them bail, that make excuses. Maul is just as bad as Rory.
Yeah, I understand that too, but everybody different. Everybody come on stage with a different motive, and you know, they come on here and they got they, you know, words to say. So
you understand what? You understand that this white dude that made all these racist tweets about black women came in here to make jokes about the racist tweets in a space full of black people, and y'all was just gonna let that slide? What do you understand about that? That's super weird.
Nobody on earth that knows me thought I tweeted black women are ugly. Like, this is like ridiculous at this point.
But you did.
So I was trying to hear a joke.
Yeah, I don't know what this is right here. I thought y'all was in here laughing.
We were joking at one point, and then more tweets started resurfacing. I think, Rory, you know.
So now everybody's offended and hurt?
Yeah, and if they are, then what, Maul?
No, I think I'm speaking very genuinely to Rory, regardless of what our friendship is. I think that some of the tweets that are resurfacing can be hurtful, and I think you being the
hurtful
person
to who,
that you
though?
are. Sorry?
Hurtful to who? Who's hurt by those tweets?
Black women.
Beyonce.
Yo, y'all got to stop.
You should be offended too. You got a black mother, don't you?
We gotta get past this. Like being offended is a choice. People need to understand that. Being offended is absolutely a choice. If you offended by something, you chose to be offended by that.
No black person has to ever get past being offended by racist jokes. That is like a super cooned out mentality to even have. And to say that again in a space full of black people, talking down on black people that are offended by racist jokes is crazy. That's crazy. I didn't even see that one. So this is my first time even seeing this tweet. Twitter, black girls look like roaches. White girls, silent. Twitter, black girls are queens. The fact that he retweeted black girls look like roaches is crazy. Get this man out of here. Why is he in the culture? Why does anybody watch his podcast after these tweets surface?
But I'm not about to just apologize for a tweet that I didn't actually do, as far as saying black women are roaches or I find black women unattractive. I'm not apologizing for that because I never said that at all. So that's what I was
with that, Rory. But there are things that. But
hold on. That's like I'm not apologizing.
Okay, but Rory
saying he doesn't have to apologize for clearly offensive things is ridiculous. He does not respect black people, because if he did, an apology wouldn't even be a question.
Yeah, no, I hate black women. I think all black women are ugly.
Using sarcasm in a moment like this is tone deaf and ignorant.
I've been trying to tell him that you felt that way.
Yeah, I think all black women are.
I can't wait to put that while else
ugly and disgusting. I only think white is the only pure beauty. As you know,
crazy.
As I tell you guys all the time, how much I love white women.
I don't know if you can really troll your way out of this one, man.
Who tried to get that point across to you?
My point the entire time has been saying I'm not apologizing for anyone that has said that I've called black women ugly or roaches. That's all I've said. I apologize for everything else, but don't ever say that I called black women ugly or roaches or anything that y'all have been trying to put on me.
It was on your Twitter. You should apologize for everything and be grateful you still have a space.
Yeah, but Rory, you didn't, and this is G here, but Rory, you didn't lead with the apology.
Face.
Yeah, so
No. Because what was led was that everyone was saying that I call black women ugly or.
No, that's not what it was led with, bro. I was here when Ev and them people was up here and they brought up the receipts of the tweets.
Rory, stop being sarcastic, because that's what they don't like about you. Is that you're being
sarcastic. Is not gonna work.
You that's what they don't like about you, right? So just stop doing that, because it's just not working in your favor. But the whole entire purpose of
I'm not here to favor.
There's nothing, Rory, but there's nothing that you can say to change these people's mind because they don't know you.
That's wrong. You could apologize. You could be genuine and say sorry and you messed up and you made a mistake. And for her to keep acting like people are wrong for feeling the way they're feeling or viewing things the way they view them is wrong. Like, she's dead wrong too.
Okay, you hiding them tweets.
I think we need to turn the entire thing on you. You know, blue weave is not blue ivy.
Hiding them tweets. You not turning shit up.
Do you know that blue weave is not blue ivy?
Answer that.
Everything you said about me, we should go.
Why were you hiding them tweets? Why were you hiding your tweets?
Hide what tweet?
Definitely was deleting tweets.
Rory. Please either get off this spaces or like this shit is like at this point it's not.
Hold on.
At this point, this is
Nah.
Which ones?
Any of them.
I said
The ones that everybody's offended by.
She asked, would you retweet any of these tweets today? And he's acting like he has to think about it. The answer should be no, because they're clearly offensive now, even if they weren't back then. He can't even say that because he doesn't give a f. He thinks he'll face no consequences for this because he's so entitled to his opinion on black people. And then at this point, this is where people kind of got fed up with Rory, with his tone, with the sarcasm, with the smugness, with Maul trying to defend him. And it was just kind of like crash out time at this point.
Rory, go to sleep. Go to sleep. Rory, go to bed, man. Go to bed.
Man,
I know you ain't in for no like that.
Cause you got some weird tweets that we can bring up too. Right, who is that? Yeah. You got
that?
lots.
That.
Right. See y'all clowns get off the space.
You know you got weird.
Clowns.
Hey,
clowned out.
Hey,
Clowned out.
Bro, y'all are crazy.
cornball. Hey, yo, Rory, man.
Yeah,
just
get
go
your
to
talk
you
to
in here
boy.
with some cornball.
Here, boy. Clown.
Oh, that's a tough guy right there, gangsta.
Right. No, I ain't tough. It's the internet. It's the internet.
Hey, Mo, if y'all
Yeah, this the internet.
Gangsta.
It's the internet, brother. Goofball.
Pull up my tweets.
Hey,
Who is
Rocky,
that?
who got the next question? These is clowns, bro. Y'all beta males, bro.
Males.
hold on.
They ain't real men. That's why when I get in these spaces and I'll be,
Who is that?
you
I'm
agree?
trying to mute the guy.
I've said before, if I offended anybody, I apologize. But I'm not
Alright,
going to apologize. So-
That's cool. It's the undertone. It's your undertone.
After that, wait. After that, we don't need to hear shit else.
Shout out to the black men on Spaces who treated Rory and Maul. Maul replied to Rory racist tweets was, whose kids won't eat tonight because of his tweets? Rocky said the tweets were wrong, but insisted Rory was her friend still. If that's your friend, really call them out, hold them accountable, and don't just give them passes to one, be racist, and two, continue to be smug and sarcastic when they really should be apologizing. What pisses me off is y'all just let anybody in black spaces. This was tweeting racist shit while shimmying in paraphernalia of a black fraternity, Kappa's. Video was posted in 2010. Rory's tweets were in 2014. This man joined a black fraternity just to get online and talk bad about black women. The space. Rory, those tweets hurt black women. Rory pointing them all.
Look at my African American over here. Look at him. Are you the greatest? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Rory is an example of what happens when you let white people fully into black spaces, because he only felt comfortable saying that nonsense, joking or not, because you enabled it. Facts. And that's what needs to stop. The people that let them in these spaces need to hold them accountable. Rory is an example of a vulture in hip-hop spaces who panders to get a bag and get black women to think he's one of the good ones. The past matters always. I'm not gonna read the rest. But yeah, grifting. Rory's old tweets don't surprise me in the slightest. White men that act like hip-hop purists are almost always undercover racists who exhibit misogynoir, and they will always have a dumbass that emboldens them or shields their racism. Insert Maul's tubby fifth grader dressed as.
When I woke up this morning and listened back to some of it, I sounded very, very dismissive in the beginning.
As you should have been. Why should he have been dismissive about black people telling him how they felt about his racist tweets? The black people that be around these people be just as much the problem as they are, because they enable them.
Response or reply, and I was, I think there's
Nobody was
definitely
searching
people.
for answers. Nobody was hurt. Nobody's children didn't eat last night as a result of tweets that you tweeted, fake tweets 12 years ago.
But there were some people that were generally just looking for an answer. And I apologize for being dismissive to those. So I do apologize, because I did come off dismissive to some people that did not deserve that were just saw something out of context and was like, yo, what's up with this?
They don't get a view from me, but the people that support their platform, that enable them to have a platform, to make millions of dollars, to be famous, are the ones that need to hold them accountable. And clearly they didn't give a about black people, about their feelings, about them being offended, about how he was coming off. He said in his own words, condescending and dismissive, and that's 100% what it was. It seems like Rory came to his senses at the end of that and realized how serious these things were. I have no clue why he would feel entitled or comfortable enough laughing and joking about clearly disrespecting black people, especially black women. This is exactly why black people need to be more protective about black spaces. Stop inviting everybody to the cookout. We already have enough of our own talented people and voices. People who love and respect the culture that deserve these platforms way more than these people who clearly don't. And when these guests in our culture don't give a about us, then we as the culture need to stop supporting them. We as the culture need to support our own and support people building their own platforms up, and stop letting in these guests because they don't respect us anyway. Shout out to my channel members. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the support. Thanks for watching. Y'all let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Also, make sure you check out the next video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes and life stuff, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.